I'm Brent Henley, President and Principal Consultant at the Pyramid Group, and I've just written a book called the NeXus Initiative. It's out and available now on Amazon.com and through Corvus Press. You can go to corvuspress.com. The book has been released just the last few days. The Pyramid Group, we are organizational development consultants, so we work on the people side of business. Our premise is that companies don't do anything but people do. And so we work on improving the performance and the effectiveness of people. And that could be through sales, service, or leadership. So we do workshops, we do strategy and strategy implementation, and we also do executive coaching and employee assessment kind of services.
How important is that in the whole scheme of a business trying to improve its bottom line?
Well, the determining factor is you're only as good as your people. And so if you've got people who aren't performing at their best, your company's not going to perform at their best. And most employees today don't get the skills that they need in high school or college to be able to run businesses effectively. And so that's where we come in. We help provide and support businesses in being able to improve people performance.
What kind of success have you had?
Well, we've been in business now for more than 28 years, so clients keep using us for doing things. And we're proud to say that we work with rapidly growing clients. We work with clients that are not declining in their markets, but are either emerging markets or growing their markets. Most of our clients have doubled or tripled their size over the last 10 years. We also have a forte around mergers and acquisitions, and that is to merge two cultures together quickly and efficiently so that the business can not be disrupted with those cultural conversions.
And you've just written a book. Tell us about it.
I've just written the NeXus Initiative. It is a book about how you build businesses by not taking away from your clients, but by giving to your clients. And it's based on the law of human reciprocity, which is the more that I give, the more I get. And the idea here is that you want to create a group of people who you focus on and consistently help to build their business. And by doing that, they in turn are going to build business for you. And so the idea came about a number of years ago when I was meeting with a client in Salt Lake City, and he was telling me that he was trying to build his business. He was in the financial services industry. He's trying to build his book of business. He's trying to get more clients. And he had some ideas about how to do that, and I just simply asked him a question, and that is, what is it that your customers want? And he says, well, they want more customers. And I said, so give them more customers. And he said, so how do I do that? Well, go find some customers that you can go give them. And he goes, well, they're supposed to refer people to me. And I said, why don't you refer people to them first and see what happens? So I coached him in this over a period of time, and what happened is his business exploded. The more people he referred to his customers so that they could build their business, the more that they helped him build his business. And so we actually formalized this, and the process is now called the NeXus Initiative.
What kind of reaction have you had to it so far?
It is a refreshing viewpoint, and this is what people tell me, is that I've kind of thought about this and I've kind of do this, but you've really formalized it for me, and you've showed me the easy steps that I go through to create a nexus so that I can consistently be good at doing this. Most people get the whole idea of the more I get, or the more I give, the more I get. They get the idea of I should give first, but they often don't know how to do that. So this is what the book does, and it shows people how to do that. And it's a simple process, and we lay it out in a number of simple rules and principles, and it makes it easy for people to do.
What kind of examples can you give, so the audience would have an understanding of how this principle would work for any type of business?
Sure. I think it works primarily well for folks that have to have good, strong relationships with customers in order to build business. And that could be in the financial services industry, which could include banking, insurance, brokerages, houses, any professional service firm like a legal firm or a CPA firm. It could be anybody that needs to have these broad networks to be able to build their business. Let me give you an example of how this has personally helped me. So one of the people in my NeXus is a contractor, okay? General contractor. Everybody needs a plumber. Everybody needs an electrician sometime. And so I'm meeting with someone the other day, a new client, and they, as we were just chatting, they tell me that they've got some repairs going on at their house and they're not really happy with their contractor, and said, well, I know a guy who could probably solve that problem for you. So I called up the contractor in my NeXus, and I told him and introduced those two, and now that client is really happy. My contractor that's on my NeXus is really happy because he got some piece of business, and this client now knows that I'm a trusted advisor because I gave him good referral. And so by doing that, the contractor is in high-end houses in my city, and he often talks about me to his clients. And since those clients own and run companies, they will in turn call me. So what we're doing is just helping each other build each other's business.
And with the explosion of business on the internet, and with a lot of web-based companies, I would see this as being something that would be very valuable, being able to get back into more of the pressing of the flesh development of a business.
Absolutely. I believe it's the key differentiator between just simply doing transactional business and really doing business long term. Because as the digital age explodes around us, those human interactions become fewer and fewer. But still the human condition is fragile. We still need those relationships to be able to work. And so many businesses are built on good, trusted relationships. People want to do business with people they trust, and the only way you're going to do that is to have good face-to-face conversations.
Tell us again how you got the idea for the name for the book.
Well, you know, I think about, I went through a number of iterations on this, and I needed something that was unique yet familiar with people. And when you look at the definition of a nexus is simply just a connection of things. And that's what we're really doing here. We're connecting people to work with people to help build their business.
If people would like to get a copy of the book, how can they do that?
It's available on Amazon.com, or they can go to our publisher in Lafayette, CorvusPress.com, and they have a website, and you can go on their website. You can find me, just click on that, and you can order directly through them. Or look for a number of different events that we'll be having in 2011. They can show up at those events, and we'll have books for sale.